All right. So the session is recording in progress. So let me also, yeah. Okay. So who wants to go first with introducing yourself, and then you talk about your product or idea or something. Just give us a background as to where you're coming from, and then just like talk about what you're doing and why you joined this platform and why you're in this call actually. So just take no more than 2 minutes. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Hi, I'm Satyan.
Hi, Satyan.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Uh, I am from Goa, Madgaon.
Okay.
So I am an environmental consultant by profession. So we have an environmental monitoring lab. So basically, what we do is we have a solution which is for environmental compliance management as such. Because a lot of industries, everybody, for instance, even at a personal level, we need to file certain compliances.
Mhm.
There might be financial compliances, then you have your PUC for your cars, your insurance. So we give them triggers and alerts, and it's a web-based solution. We give them triggers and alerts, and we also give them storage space so that you are, as a Indian, you are supposed to, by law, you are supposed to keep all your returns, what you have filed, records for last 5 years. The government
Okay.
can ask you at any given point of time.
So you're basically a B2B company. You're trying to get everybody to be environmentally compliant, other businesses to be
That,
environmentally compliant.
yeah, that's the
Just a bit.
main
Okay.
idea into it.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Satyan.
yeah, thanks.
Who wants to go next? And we at the end of this, like we'll have a session to talk more about one of these ideas that kind of stood out, and when people have questions about something, then we can have a session. But this is an hour-long session, so we should try to not waste as much time. So anybody who wants to go next, just to introduce yourself and then talk about what you're doing, please go ahead.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Myself Bharat MS.
Yeah. Hi, Bharat.
Yeah, hello. I am from Bangalore and I'm currently doing my MBA. So we started a startup in 3D printing technology. So what we
Okay.
basically do is 3D print things which are required, and we do have products in personalized gifts segment. And
Hmm.
also we majorly focusing on architectural plans. In case if someone is building a home, we create a 3D model of the homes in miniature, so that they can see the plan and they can analyze the thing before the home is constructed.
Okay. That's
So
really good. So
yeah,
how long have you been doing this, Bharat?
like we started like around 2 to 3 months ago.
Okay. Wow. So it's already registered and you're already starting to have clients and stuff?
Uh, Come again, I didn't quite
No,
hear you.
is it already registered? Did you register as a
No,
company?
no, we haven't incorporated it. Like
Okay.
we are still moving ahead.
Okay, but you have customers?
Yeah, we right now our circles we have customers, so
Okay.
we are reaching through Instagram and stuff like that.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot, Bharat.
Yeah, yeah,
Who wants
thank
to
you.
go next? Guys, you can relax and just like this is like a very informal session, so don't feel shy. If you just wanna unmute yourself and just introduce yourself and talk about why you joined in this call, like even if you don't have a product or like even if you don't have an idea that you're working on, just like just say who you are, where you're coming from, and what is it that brings you to this meetup. Like you must have some motivation. You're probably somebody looking to be an entrepreneur at some point. Anything, just like introduce yourself and show us who you are. And it'd be better if you are turning on your camera as you're talking. Yeah, go ahead. Whoever wants to call, I think Surya wants to speak. Who's Surya? Or sorry, I think I saw somebody's message saying that they wants to speak. Who wants to go ahead?
Hello.
Hi, who's this? Manjit? Who said hello?
Okay. Hi, Raghav.
Hi,
I'll try
Manu.
to
Hi.
Uh, this is Manu, and
Mhm.
I run a company called Optimize My Data.
Okay.
We are basically a software development company who help MSMEs to build custom solutions and also
Mhm.
enterprise grade solutions. We also help them with other means of data management when it comes to computing or storing the data on cloud or migrating the data onto the cloud from on-premise.
Mhm.
So I'm basically looking to build rapport and exchange referrals if possible, if people do fall in the same contact sphere as mine.
Okay.
So that's my plan.
So your clients would be like tech companies with infrastructural scaling up issues. They would contact you and then.
Our clients are pretty much like we have a huge range, Raghav. Like we work with manufacturing companies, helping them to build and enhance their old school enterprise level
Mhm.
programs,
Mhm.
which makes their machinery run. And also, we work with e-commerce retailers who have a lot of data,
Mhm.
who needs to be, like where the data management and analytics is the main core game.
Mhm.
So we kind of work with our customers like this.
So you're talking about like upgrading existing infrastructure or providing like from the scratch. Would you build it as well?
That's right. That's right. I mean, upgrading the existing legacy infrastructure,
Mhm.
or yes, building something from the scratch.
So you're basically like your software consultancy company. You basically people outsource their internal software things to you guys, and then you upgrade it or rebuild it, and then give it back to them for a contract.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, that's absolutely right.
okay, okay. And how long have you been in business?
Almost the company in India is almost like 3 years old.
Mhm.
Before we had a company in Canada though, but yes,
Okay.
to shift
So,
it
but
back.
it's based in India.
Yes, yes, it's
Okay,
based in India, but we do have a Canadian office as well.
okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Manu.
Thank you, Raghav.
Anybody who wants to speak,
Manu, you
just
work.
raise your hand. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, this is Alok.
Hi,
Yeah,
hello. Yeah. Hi.
yeah, hi. So, just wanted to have few questions with Manu actually. Okay.
Mhm.
Since I am working in the same domain. So, Manu, are you working only in the infrastructure upgrade side, or you build the data product as well? Like, if I want to migrate data from the SAP side, it's SAP ERP, to the Oracle system or Azure or AWS cloud. So, do you help in that matter also?
That's right, Alok. So we work with all the CSPs when it comes to Azure or AWS or
Am I
GCP.
audible?
Alok, am I audible? Sorry.
Yeah, you're audible. I think Alok had an issue with the network. He dropped off. Um,
Oh, okay.
anyway, you can continue. I mean, this is being recorded, so you can join in and then listen. You just respond to him as if he's there.
Yeah,
I
I
can
think
hear you,
Alok is
Raghav.
back.
Let me
Uh,
know.
Alok, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. To answer your question, Alok, that's exactly right. I mean, we work with all the CSPs, be it GCP or Microsoft Azure or AWS. And yes, we do help in building and deploying on cloud, and also if something is on premise, if a legacy software is already built and if it's running on premise, and if they
Hmm.
needs to shift the whole on prem onto the cloud deployment, we can to migrate to the cloud. We can certainly help with that as well. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Manu. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
So Raghu, okay. On top of this, let me introduce myself. Is Alok,
Mhm.
and I switched off my camera because of internet issue.
Sure. Yeah.
So am I audible, Raghu?
Yes. 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 Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So I'm primarily working in the manufacturing product-based company where I'm working as a data architect. But my goal is to become an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
So looking for certain advices from the who have already done the startup. Like I'm building, I
Mhm.
have already incorporated my company. It's again a software-based company
Mhm.
where I firstly I'm planning to make a software or make a product where I can deliver coding knowledge to the kids. So I'm working on that front as of now.
Interesting. Alok, so I think you and I should probably connect later because like I have a non-profit that does exactly that. We have an online platform where we teach kids coding, and we're looking at other subjects as well. So maybe after this call, you can reach out to me on Telegram. I think are you there in the Telegram group that we have for the startup club?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can just like hit me up and we can have a discussion because I think that's the point of this call is that we are meeting each other and let's not go into the too much depths of like what we are doing, but let's just connect with as many people as possible, and then let's try to set up calls later on to see like if we find somebody interesting, then we can connect with them at a separate time. Who wants to go next?
Hey Raghav, I'll go.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Sridhar. So I'm joining in from Bangalore. I am a mindset coach and I specialize in helping working professionals, balance their work and personal lives. So I had a chat with Raghav and Ajay last week. It was nice of them to, have me over in their interview. So I used to work in the tech industry for 12 years before I shifted into the mental health space. And it's been quite an interesting journey for me. So my intention for joining today's call is just to get to know people and see if there are any topics on their minds, with regards to mental health, and maybe if I can, do like a talk or a master class, something of that sort. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sridhar. Actually, just to provide context to people who don't know, last week I and Ajay interviewed Sridhar, and there's a whole hour-long discussion that's on our YouTube channel. I've shared the link to our website on the chat. Just click on that, and you'll have links to all the things like Telegram or YouTube channel. If you want to get interviewed by us, then there's a link for that. I'll explain that things in the end. But then I just wanted to point out that with Sridhar, we have a plan of like scheduling a workshop for entrepreneurs or professionals who would love to use his like get to know how his expertise as a mental wellness coach can help them. So we're planning to have workshops at the end of this call. We will have like some feedback from you guys, which will guide Sridhar in sort of like tailoring that workshop so that it's useful for all of you. So at the end, we'll have a couple of minutes to talk about like if you guys have any suggestions for Sridhar, then you can let him know that, and then we'll have another session maybe sometime in this month, September, and upcoming months. We'll have a session with Sridhar where he'll give us a workshop kind of thing. I hope that made sense. Who wants to go next? I see Manan's hand up. Manan, you can unmute yourself and then introduce yourself. Manan Maheshwari.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. This
Good
is
morning.
Manan Mehta from Ahmedabad. Everybody hear me loud?
Yes.
Yeah, I had kept my camera because I think network issue is there. Is that
Okay.
fine? So, I am currently into. I last year transitioned to digital marketing domain
Mhm.
from client service to, and further I wanted to explore myself into this field so I can make my better career. Along with I can also develop some freelancing and startup ideas for myself to grow if I can get more exposure into the same. So looking forward for the same. If anyone is into the same domain or related to my industry or like-minded, definitely I would love to have conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manan. I see a lot of people just quiet, like I think they're looking for somebody else to contribute and get into the action. But Rahul, go ahead, unmute yourself and talk. Hi, Rahul.
Yeah. Hi, Raghav. Myself, Rahul. Uh, this is the first time I joined this group. I just want, my expectations are towards on entrepreneurship. I'm from a tech background. I'm here just to explore and network. Okay.
Okay, so you're currently employed and you're wanting to be an entrepreneur at some point. So right now
Uh,
you're just socializing. Okay.
right now, I'm exploring as much as I
Mhm.
can, gaining the knowledge and like getting the expertise from people, as well as I'm
Yeah.
trying out few things. Yeah, nothing great.
That's great, Rahul. I think I'm glad that you found us. I think this is exactly the spot that people like you should gather in. Like we have like a mix of people. Some of us are like working on some product. Some of us are like in your boat. You're employed. You're not satisfied with that. You're trying to do something independent. This is a great place for you to be. You'll be inspired by some of the other people who are doing some cool stuff. Thanks, Rahul.
Thanks. Rahul.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Vishal. Hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Vishal Arvind. I'm from Chennai. Currently, to introduce myself, I'm doing my third year BTech degree in one of the reputed colleges here. I have actually I had three ideas or prototypes on my startup. Two are unregistered and one is registered. And the one is digital marketing agency where I run it with my college mates. And the other two are like one of it is uh, augmented reality advertising platform where we publish web AR products, web AR experiences that runs directly into a web browsers. For example, you can run a AR advertisement for your in your in your product itself. Like if you're having a physical product, like something, we would be able to make an AR experience for you so that you can showcase to your customers. The second one is VR, is visual architecture thing, where we implement for interior designers, where we give a virtual reality interior experience
Mhm.
to the customer, so that they can show them to the customers, like their clients, before implementing in the real, right?
Mhm.
So that is the two, are my other two business. Like, yeah, that's all.
Okay, I've seen products like this before, like where I think, for example, if you're going to a furniture shop online,
Mhm.
you can actually like specify the measurements of your living room or something, and then it'll
Yeah.
create a virtual space where you can place the furniture in different parts and see like whether it's fitting or not before they purchase. I think it
Yeah.
saves the company also time in case like there's a refund request or something like that. They can avoid these unnecessary refund requests and things like that by letting them try out before they actually make the purchase. That's really good. I think the other idea that you mentioned regarding the advertisements in AR space, like, can you explain that a little more?
Like, let us say you're having a biscuit cookie manufacturing company, so you're having your cookies, like, if you know Kinder Joy.
Yeah.
Recently they made something like, there was a QR code where if you scan something, a dinosaur kind of thing came into
Mhm.
the real world. It was something interactive, right? Like,
You mean
just
like
a normal, yeah, I think.
in the real world, as in like on their
Like
camera, it'll show up or
on the
something?
camera, we
Okay.
can relate on the real world, like
Okay.
Is it
in your,
something like augmented reality?
yeah, it's augmented
Yeah.
reality,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even I
Vishal,
want to some say contribute some. I mean, thank you, Vishal, for dropping an interesting idea. I think I feel that I and you are, I think, some similar interest. As you mentioned that you are into AR space, so I want to tell you the one recent example of a very good company, MNC,
Mhm.
in terms of clothing brand. So they have made their own virtual experience of their stores to make their user experience better.
Mhm.
Likewise, so it was very good video they launched by company. So it make the experience better, and the user will find more and more, and they will come again and again. So I think this is a very good idea of using AR and VR in upcoming time as technology is booming. So it's very good
Yeah.
for us also, right?
Yeah,
The
Manan,
more
thank
specific
you for the
example,
inputs.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
yeah, the more specific example would be Lenskart, where you can try the
Yeah,
glasses
exactly,
on the
exactly.
app itself.
Mm.
It is something related to this.
Raghav, I have a quick question for Vishal, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Manu. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So, Vishal, what about customer data sets, right? Like, do you guys have it with you, or like, do you borrow it from the OEMs like Google or Oracle? I mean, you make the designs, or you decide who should see it, right? Like, for ex-
Uh, yeah, actually, like, we are not into a specific niche, but we can develop anything. For example, how to say? Mm, we would be able to develop any products without relying on anything. Like, how to say? Not able to get the correct words. Like, can you please explain the question once again? Like, more
so my,
elaborately.
qu- my question is, for example, if a bakery guy comes to you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and if he wants to show the loaf of bread being made in AR,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now okay, it's fine, you will make the design, you will make a augmented reality of how the bread loaf looks and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
but once again it has to be put in front of bread eaters, right?
Yeah.
Like that bread eater customer data sets, like
Yeah, that's why what we have thought is, we would print a QR code in the bed loaf packet, so that if a buyer buys, or in front of the store's banners, we will post a QR code, where if any user or customer who passes by scans it, they will get the AR in front of them. It's
oh,
not specific to anyone.
okay, okay. So it's so to be specific, it's not an advertisement. Am I right? Like I'm.
No,
Anyways, Vishal, we can have this off like off topic. Like we can get
Yeah.
connected. I mean that's okay.
Yeah, Vishal, I think your idea is it's kind of like very novel. I've not heard a lot about this AR space. I would love to have a more detailed, lengthy conversation with you. If you're interested in being interviewed, you can sign up for that form.
okay.
Um, I'll explain the instructions at the very end for everybody, and then I would love to have a more detailed conversation. I think like other people are also interested in this topic, so I think in that kind of a longer format conversation, we can get out more details.
Mhm.
So we can do that. So thanks a lot, Vishal.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next? A lot of quiet faces here, quiet names, I should say. Should I start calling out names?
Hey folks, I think thanks. This is
Hi,
Tanish here.
Tanish. Hi, Tanish.
Okay. Hi. So actually, currently I am working in the tech domain. I'm from tech background,
Mhm.
and like I have kind of like 7 to 8 years of experience in this tech background. So currently, like me and some of my friends are trying to build up something related to you can say a collaboration site for artists. Okay. So for
Mhm.
example, like you might so maybe if you folks have used Instagram, there people what they try to do basically they try to ping each other and they try to find out how they can basically collaborate with each other with respect to, let's say, it can be related to let's say calligraphy, okay, paintings,
Mhm.
okay. So they try to collaborate. So something like that, we have created a platform called, it is named as Wonder.art. It is live also right now.
Mhm.
But right now this so it is very in a very initial phase. But as of now, like we are looking out for so this platform. So basically I'm going ahead with all kinds of platforms so that users can come up and accordingly they can join this. Okay, Wonder.art is a, I can just paste you the side link also. Okay.
Okay.
uh, so what we are trying to do is basically different, so if different types of artists who are there, okay, right now it is very difficult to basically collaboration is very difficult, okay.
Mhm.
So they can basically reach out to those artists and going on, if possible, I think the we might be able to make it, let's say, to launch it to companies where basically they can look out for these kind of artists. Now, artists can be anything. Like, for example, it can be related to painting. Okay, it can be related to digital art also. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and you can also schedule meetings with them in that platform. Okay, so yeah, I think so. This is something which we are working on, and I think this is very in initial phase right now. And
Okay.
I think that's
Um,
it. Yeah.
Actually, Tanish, this is a really interesting idea. Like you're basically creating a collaboration workspace for artists, right?
Yes. 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 Right. Yes.
Okay, I would love to talk more about this because, like, I'm working with a lot of designers and things like that. It's always like there's a lot of restrictions in terms of collaboration aspect, especially because those are like typically tend to be paid features in a lot of places. I'm not sure what your business model is, but I would love
Right.
to talk to you. Like again, I would request you to fill out the form on our website, which says like get interviewed, and I would love to have a lengthier conversation about your product and your vision
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Sure. Sure. Sure.
things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ajay Kumar, you had a request to um, raise your hand. I mean, do you want to say something?
No, like, go on, go on. Yeah, that was
Okay.
way. Go on. Yeah.
All right, all right. And Prabhat Joshi, please go ahead. Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah, okay. So like I will have to introduce myself first, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so like my name is Prabhat Joshi and like I have been in tech industry for like 6 years now. I have worked with some of the greatest folks in the industry and have created some of the greatest products that have gained millions in investments in the like European market.
Mhm.
Um, some of my best creations include the GitCure app that you see in Germany right now. That's the version 2 creation is created by me. The complete architecture is done by me. Uh, so like what I thought was that why not like turn this why not turn my knowledge base into a company? And so like I
Mhm.
started a firm right now. The name is Redact Labs, and so we are trying to help the startups and big businesses alike in order to like serve them and like complement their services by applying our knowledge base into
Mhm.
their service base.
Prabhat, can you do me a
So,
small favor? Can you like add the link to your company in the chat so that everybody can see it if they want to independently explore it?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So this is the company link.
Okay. And you said that you started off like were you like somebody with a technical background and then you started your own firm offering it as an expertise? Is that what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said?
yeah.
Okay.
So like earlier I was a developer, then turned into a cybersecurity, then turned into a security architect, then product
Mhm.
architect, and now I'm starting my own firm.
How old are you, Prabhat? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 24 years old.
24 years old, and
Yeah.
you already had like senior level experience in these companies before you started your own firm. Right?
Yeah, thanks to some of the greatest folks in the industry, they exposed me to some of the greatest environments.
Okay, I was a little confused when you started talking about you're part of some of the greatest products. Maybe can you tell me a little bit more about like what your role in the products was? What was the product, and then what was your role in it? And tell us a little bit about that experience. I think because it stands out as a unique kind of a profile for somebody that young to be doing some senior level work. So maybe you can shed
Sure,
some light
sure.
on that. Yeah.
So like what happened was that like this GetCure, when they came to us, they had a product. So like they had the idea, they
Hold on
had a product.
one second. So
Yeah.
where were you at the time? Like, were you employed at some place, or were you a student?
I was a contractor at Velocity Global. So Velocity Global is a company.
Okay, go ahead.
So Velocity got a contract, and so Velocity got a contract from GetCure, and I was a contractor at GetCure. So it was like that.
Okay.
And when GetCure came, they had an application, but it was also created by some of the freelancers. And the issue, what was that like? When you have freelancers to do the work, the integration is now not that proper.
Yeah.
So they had a huge client retention in their business model due to the application malfunctioning, downtimes, those kinds of things they were facing. When we came as a we came as to improvise that existing solution. But when I came into picture, so like when I came just as a backend developer. I said that this all is done wrong because I was seeing that the like complete architecture was a mess. So like the latency were high, the architecture not like optimized for mission critical operations. And GetCure, if you see, like it's a pharmacy company, and being a mission critical in those kinds is very essential in that architecture. So I just offered them that why not I design the architecture for them. They said that do you have the experience? I said that okay, I will work under such and such person, but I will get some experience. So I was assigned to some other project for 1 month. I got some experience and used that experience in order to create the architecture for this. Beforehand, I had some development experience, some like cybersecurity experience as well, and using those skills, I created the version 2 architecture.
Okay, and okay, that's really interesting. I would love to have a longer conversation with you as well.
Sure.
So yeah, for all of you that I've told you that I'm interested in talking to you, just let me share the instructions to register for it right now. So I'm typing out a link here.
Yeah.
It's basically our official website, the startupclub.info. You just go there and then you click on get interviewed. Okay, when you click on it, it'll take you to a Google form. Just fill out that form, and then we'll reach out to you, and then we'll arrange for a time when it's suitable for you to have an interview with us. So it'll be like a maximum an hour-long conversation where you can talk about your product and then reach out to potential customers or anything. So this is a completely free thing we're doing. We're just interested in bringing out interesting stories out to the public, so you can ride on the promotional aspect of that. So thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, Prabhat.
I have a doubt.
Yeah. Thank you. So who wants to go next?
Joshi,
Sorry, Rahul.
Joshi, I have a doubt.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You said you have completely revamped the architecture.
Yeah.
How long you have worked on that project?
Approximately 6 months.
Okay. What is the major architectural changes that been involved so that the application creepy turned into something
Rahul,
better?
can we? I think this is a more of a detailed conversation. I think maybe you should take it offline. You can connect with Prabhat separately and then have this. I would like more new people to just like raise their voice and just like share like a little bit about themselves. So
we can connect later after this.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, who wants to go next? Karthik, I see Karthik would like to speak. Yeah, Karthik, go ahead, please.
Thanks, Raghav. Hey guys, myself Karthik. So, funnily enough, I was curious when Vishal mentioned the virtual reality thing. That is where even I started out with. I even created simple portfolio where the entire infrastructure was about for furniture shopping, very niche, where if you have to shop a furniture, just like Raghav, you mentioned, right? You have to have the measurements, the site coming up. That's the exact same stack I had built. And with that, I'm just going to share the link. You guys can leave the feedback later on. But the market was not so hot for it. But while I was developing it, one of the major problems I felt was development time was too long. There were so many nuances, so many redundancies that as a team you had to do. So that's the reason I am working on the next product. I'll share the link in a second. It's called Block Create. The vision about it is basically when you are hiring remote teams, right? When you are a small startup, you don't have the budget to give out laptops. Usually hire as a freelancer and they work on their own laptops. And you might be a little worried about the client's code or your own code being on their machine, which this stays permanently. So that is the first problem I'm solving regarding the entire code securities. And further on, the vision is to make the entire process a little more efficient. In terms of DevOps, you have to learn so many tools. I just want to bring it down to a single tool, single interface where you can deploy and manage the entire infrastructure.
So
So yeah,
Karthik,
yeah.
it seems like you've mixed a bunch of things together. I'm really not clear about what is the product that you're.
Yes,
Are you
yes,
like
yes.
offering like a cybersecurity product, or are you offering like a marketing solution, or what is it?
Oh no, no. So it initially the original. I mean, this is something I would like to give you guys to feedback on as to when do you switch from an idea to another, right? When do you know if something is working or not? But yeah, coming back to your question, the first one was supposed to be a marketing solution, but the market which I approached and the customers I talked to, right, the leads were not so hot. I
Okay.
mean, I approached around 15 to 25 companies, and they were still in the process of considering whether or not to do it. That is when I realized there was a lot of problems in my own development cycle, which I wanted someone to solve for me. So
Okay.
that is the second startup,
Okay. Got it.
and which
Got
is an
it. So
idea.
basically, you only have one startup now.
I mean, yeah, it's just an idea phase, not even a startup.
Okay.
We have two hot leads for the same product. I
Mhm.
want to I'll approach probably a few more companies, and we'll just see how it goes. If you're solving
Karthik,
a critical
I think
problem.
the space that you're trying to enter is kind of saturated with big tech companies like doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, you've looked at like VS Code's like Code Copilot or whatever. Like like GitHub offers this like
Yeah,
Pilot service. I'm not sure
correct.
like
What is it?
have you
Gitpod.
done this market research about like what are the alternatives for something like that?
That's a very good question. So I did, and the thing is, there are a few competitors in this space. For the, I'm not talking about the cyber security. I'm just talking about the code security part,
Mm.
where your code is not being ignored. There is something called Gitpod, and there are other tools. The only differentiating factor there was for me the entire architecture in Gitpod. If you have to attach Redis, you attach some other infrastructures, and you are essentially paying a lot more.
Mhm.
It's a little more expensive.
Okay,
As a
so
startup, I just wanted to help myself,
you
and
basically USP is a price advantage.
yeah, it's starting out as a price advantage, but I'm still exploring. I have to figure out what
Mm.
exactly are some of the very core problems that happens in small startups and enterprises and focus on that.
So,
So I'm
but
still in
Karthik,
the process
just
of,
to
yeah,
play a devil's advocate, like the field that you're trying to enter is probably not something that a solo developer can shake. I'm not sure.
exactly,
Do you have a
yeah.
team working with you?
Right now it's a solo founder. We have hired few interns to work with us.
Okay.
But apart from that, yeah, you are right. It's just a single solo developer who's taking on a bigger company.
Okay, that's a really challenging proposition. I would
Yes.
love to hear updates. Like please be active on the Telegram group and update us on your journey.
Sure, sure,
Maybe
sure.
when you're at the right time to sort of like do a promotional thing kind of thing, I would love to have a conversation about your journey and your product, and then reach it to more people. Thank you, Karthik.
Definitely, Raghav. Thanks again.
All right, we're like half an hour done. Like still a lot of quiet voices over here. Who wants to? Mukesh, yeah, Mukesh, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello everyone. Before starting, like before jumping to my product, first a quick intro. So I'm Mukesh, and I started my journey with digital marketing as of now.
Mukesh, one small request. Actually,
Yeah,
I need to tell this everybody. Just when you introduce yourself, just say your name, which city you're from, or like where you're from, and basic like general background or a portfolio, and then you start talking about whatever else. Okay. So Mukesh, like I think Karthik, you also like maybe you can tell us which city are you based in? Just I wanted to ask that before. Anyway, never mind. Mukesh, just mention the
yeah,
city as well, and then
okay,
proceed. Sorry.
sure. Yeah, sure, sure. So yeah, so I'm from Delhi basically,
Mhm.
and I started my journey in digital marketing, and then switched to web development. So with my intensive experience of around 6 years in the corporate world, I figured out a problem of employee engagement. So basically, people are not actually looking towards employee engagement, or if some companies are looking at them, they are really not knowing how their employee engagement is going on. So I came up with a solution where we measure and monitor the employee engagement for organizations and help them to improve the company culture. So basically, I'm having a tool which will help to measure. Then, based on reports, we optimize the solution according to the proven practices by business consultants. So my product name is Team XP. I recently launched it, and currently we are providing free early access to users, like whoever company wants to join Team XP. But the only condition is the company should have at least 20 employees with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mukesh. Maybe you can leave a link in the chat. And also, like whoever is leaving a link in the chat, maybe also like put it in the Telegram group, because that is a place where everybody can see what you're working on. So please, I think founders, and especially, I would love to encourage you to use the Telegram group more efficiently, because like that is a place where you can market yourself, and that's what the whole group is for. Just promote yourself, talk about what you're working on, get other people interested to collaborate with you. So there's a lot of things that you can do there, and I would love to see more of you active on there. Who would like to go next? Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, Mukesh.
Yes.
Deepashri, yes, please go ahead. Hi, Deepashri.
Hi. So Deepashri on this side, joining from Bangalore. Raghav, I am here just to kind of soak it all in and kind of understand which kind of founders, what is the kind of ideas that are currently floating in market. A little background about myself: I am a human resource professional. I've done about 7.5, 8 years across tech, e-commerce, and pharma. I've recently started my PhD, and my topic is startup cultures, startup organizational cultures.
Mhm.
And I am looking at this group to find out potential founders and organizations
Mhm.
which would want to partner for research with me.
Absolutely, that's wonderful, Deepashri. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad. I hope that you're making some progress in your own personal research. Yeah, I would love to. I'm a founder as well, so I would love to contribute in whichever way I can, and I would love to
Definitely,
see.
Raghav. I would like to connect with you
Yeah,
separately as well. Thank you so much.
awesome. Thank you so much, Deepashri. And also, on this same topic, like I'm going to share my screen a little bit, because I want to show you one quick thing, which is the this new thing that we have done basically on our website. So I hope you guys can see my screen. Um, just let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so we've added a couple of new links here. So this is a page where you can find all of our things like Meetup, Telegram, our YouTube channel, and then this Get Interviewed. This is where you can click and then register your interest to be interviewed by us. So we will feature you on our YouTube channel talking about your product, your idea. So you can use this as a promotional tool first of all. And even for example, in the case of Deepashri, she could get interviewed on our research that she's doing, and then that could prompt other founders to come and join and participate in her research. So that's like an example of like how you can use this as a founder. And then the second the other thing that we added just recently is this registry, where if you have a startup and you're seeking something, it could be anything from potential hires as employees or interns or volunteers or funding or investors, whatever it is that you want to like get find leads on. Just click on this form, and then you can fill out this form, and like you can there'll be an Excel file which will contain all the information that is publicly available, so people can find you easily. Even if somebody joins maybe 6 months from now on the channel, and then there's no link that you've shared here, they can just come to this registry and then have a look at the startups that are looking for somebody. Similarly, if you're somebody who's an individual who wants to be hired by a startup or who wants to work with a startup, you can click on this form, fill out this one, and then the startups will browse through it and contact you in case they need help with your particular skills. So I just wanted to showcase this a little bit. I will remind you again at the end. So I've already shared the link to the official website in the chat. Right? Yeah, that's all I wanted to just give a brief mention about that. All right. Who wants to go next? You just like unmute your mic and then say your name, where you're from, what your profile is, what you're looking for. If you have a product, then talk about the product. We have like 20 minutes left. Who wants to make most use of the time? Should I call names? Sat. Yep. Okay. Pankit Panikan, please go ahead. Panikant, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself, Panikant? There's a mic icon at the very bottom of your screen. You click on that, unmute yourself. All right. While Panikant is figuring that out, who wants to go ahead? Yeah, Tejudara Sai. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Teju. Please go ahead. Yeah. Maybe you can start by letting us know how to pronounce your name. I mean,
Right. Can you hear me properly?
yes,
To
yes,
start?
yes, yes.
Yes. My name is Tjeu, and it's very hard to pronounce. I'm from the Netherlands originally,
Okay.
from a town called Maastricht, and I
Mhm.
just moved to Bangalore 1 week ago.
Mhm.
And I'm a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and I've been working in health tech. My first company was a virtual therapist that treated autonomously trauma and PTSD.
Okay.
And that company got accepted into Y Combinator. And after that, I started a company where I made a platform to support trauma therapists and therapists that were doing anxiety therapy
Mhm.
and helping them to do that therapy online. And that company got acquired a few years ago, and I'm now working part-time for the acquisitor, the buyer, as head of research and development. And I'm doing a PhD on the effectivity of our products. And on the side, I'm now starting my own online practice. So I do executive coaching and therapy specifically for founders
Mhm.
and entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Hence that I'm very interested in learning more about Startup Club and meeting other founders and see if I can assist or help them in any way possible.
Well, did you? I still am confused about how to pronounce your name. Say that again one more.
Tjeu.
Chill. Okay, chill.
Yes,
Um,
perfect.
I'm glad you found us. I think this is a great place for you to find other founders and work with other professionals. Yeah, I think you've mentioned a few different interesting things. I just want to get some clarity. So initially, with the virtual therapy app that you founded, that was your own product, or were you part of a team that did that?
Correct. It was my product. I was
Your
one of the
product. So you
founders.
sold out and you basically banked on that, and then you have I guess like some capital to invest elsewhere, and then you're doing this side thing as well, and then you're also doing a PhD. Um,
Yes, correct.
so multiple
Yeah.
things going on. Maybe you can like you have your PhD and then the coaching thing, and then you have the Y Combinator thing. What was that?
Well, my first company got into Y Combinator in 2017. So
Okay,
that's
okay,
a accelerator program in America.
okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I left that company about a half year later, and I started my own.
Okay,
And that company got acquired a
got
few
it, got
years
it.
ago.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
And what brings you to Bangalore?
Well, my wife is the new Dutch Deputy Consul General in Bangalore. So
Okay,
we're going to stay here for a position for the next 4 to 5 years.
okay.
Yeah, and we specifically chose Bangalore for the startup culture, and
Okay.
very excited about that.
All right. I hope you enjoy Bangalore and India in general. Looking forward to seeing more of your participation in the group. If you're not in the Telegram group, please join that. And then maybe we can also have a more lengthier conversation about your journey and then your own product as well, this new coaching thing that you're doing.
Sure,
So, yeah.
I'll put the website on the link as well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Panikant, are you set to speak? All right. Who wants to go next? Sajan, Tejodara, Subham. Who else?
Hello.
Yeah. Who's speaking?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm Tejodhara
Yes.
Sai, actually.
Tejodara. Yeah. Hi, Tejodara. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. Actually, I'm from Bangalore. Right now,
Mhm.
I'm staying in Bangalore. Actually, I'm working in IT company, IT industry.
Mhm.
I also want to add some thoughts and ideas regarding startup,
Mhm.
but I don't know correct way to start my own path
Mhm.
for new startup, for getting more knowledge and how to go start with my first startup. For that, I had joined this group actually.
Okay. So you're trying to get some exposure to interact with other
Yes.
people who are more established. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Tejodara. Tejodara.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Who wants to go next? Satyan, Ram, Rajesh.
I have a question to Deepsri, if it is
Sure.
available,
Sure.
Deepasri.
Go ahead, Mananya. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hi, Deepasri. Good morning. This is
Hi.
Maheshwari from Ahmedabad.
Hi, Manan.
So, as you mentioned earlier, that you were into HR field.
Yeah.
So, you have some of the connects or with the organization and different people across the same. So, in that note, you can help me out indirectly for getting me better opportunity. to grow and get exposure into the DM digital marketing field. So can you do help me out indirectly, or you can share my indirect reference or email as possible?
Manan, I'm not sure what the ask is. Could we connect offline once?
Yeah, I think
We
Manan,
can
this
Sure,
talk
we
sure,
on the app once,
yeah.
and then I
definitely.
can help you out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, if you guys have any like specific things that you want to ask any of the other people
Mhm.
who've spoken, please reach out to them privately on
Okay.
Telegram, and then you can
Okay.
have a
So
conversation.
Deepashi, you can share your contact details in your chat box, or maybe LinkedIn ID, so we can connect there.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can share
Yeah,
that with you. Thank
and
you.
also after this call, whatever you've shared here, just go on the Telegram channel and then like do the same, so that it's easier for people to connect later like that. All right. I think yeah, Panikan, please.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Sorry for the delay in connecting. I was sharing out the input options of my microphone. Well,
Okay.
currently I'm from Bangalore, working somewhere near the City Tech Park in Whitefield. And I just want to share my idea, and just I want you guys' perception about it, because
Mhm.
um, I thought about the idea, and after that I thought, okay, why do people will accept this? Okay, my thought is, like recently like my campus shifted from somewhere to this Divyasri near the Divyasri Tech Park, and I watched during the lunchtime. Many of the companies are not providing the food, and the people are having lunch at the roadside things, and they're somewhat like charging. I mean, like it's at like a decent money, like 50 rupees for a normal plate.
Mhm.
Everything is going food, but I didn't find the quality of food as much as I thought. So I was thinking, like, I mean, why can't I do a service like Mumbai Dabba Wala, so that I can just like interact with some few people and like pitch my idea to them. Like, are they willing to accept? I mean, like to take that offer, and it will be based on subscription level, and you guys have to give your lunch box to us, and we will deliver to your office lobby by the lunchtime, and we will again, after you're having the lunchtime, you just like keep your lunch box in the office lobby, and we will pick it up from there, and like we will again supply it in the very next day. And like initially we are not planning to do any app or something like that. The most of the communication will be on the WhatsApp, and maybe after that we might switch into the app if the flow increases. But at the same time, I think that, okay, like people are like completely bound to their chairs. It's completely a sedentary lifestyle for them, and
Mhm.
somehow they feel free when they come back to came back to lunch in the afternoon, some outside, some fresh air.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, like, uh,
See,
my
I
perception
think
is completely different. So I just want,
yeah.
like, I just want your suggestions on this.
Panikant, I think I understand your dilemma. Basically, you are concerned about the ethical implications of the service that you're offering. Because if you succeed, then less people are going to like fewer people are going to walk out and get that fresh air or something, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my concern is like, I observed that people are coming to have lunch in the outside just to,
Okay,
take that break from their office environment. So
right.
even if I'm like giving it the same office environment, will they willing to subscribe to my offer or not? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's a question that you can do. You can find out the answer for in two ways. One is you can do like a even before you even start the thing, you can do like a market analysis kind of a thing, where you can create a bunch of questionnaires with a bunch of questions, doing some little bit of market research as to whether there is a need for something like this, and then send it out to a bunch of people. You can get some responses, and you can get an idea that way. The second thing is just like you can build the product and then see like are they takers for it. So combination of doing that market research and then also like doing a live trial would help you, because like those are things that you cannot answer from sitting in an armchair. I'm sure a lot of other people can come and give advice that this will work, this won't work, but ultimately the only way you can find is to like do a trial. Obviously, the market research can give us some insights, but it may not be perfect. I would love to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
other people's
exactly.
advice as well. Like, if you guys have any advice for
Uh,
Panikan, yeah.
Panikant, this is Manu here again, and I would advise. There's a book by Peter Thiel. It's called Zero to One. I would highly advise you to read the book, because in that he speaks about something called proprietary. Whenever you come with any business idea, which is very very important, it speaks about how easily the next person can like copy and execute the idea. I mean, probably like you might have to work a little bit more on the USPs of the business when you're starting, that easily others cannot copy. I mean, idea is not bad, but like the USP should be looked into. I guess this is my individual opinion. Thank you.
It's a really
Yeah,
good advice,
thanks, Manu.
Manu.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, I have read that book long back ago, and like, what I'm thinking is, the most of the people whom I'm about to cater are somewhat in the, like salary bracket of they are earning somewhat like 20,000 to 35,000. So in my sense, I think that they can't afford like much more expensive. So I'm willing to offer my product somewhat less than what they are offering in the market with some good quality, because they have to like employ few, like hire few employees and all those things. But I'm planning to just set up it like in my home and supply by myself like 2 times a day. And like moreover, I think food business is such a vast thing that of course everyone can like get into the space, but it differs upon the price bracket and the quality what we are offering. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So Panikant, so your product, I had a question. Like, for example, are you offering
Yeah, go
a
on.
service where from your house, the lunch would be sent? You'd basically be the guy that is delivering from the house to the office.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, but what about like other options? Maybe they want it from a specific hotel or something. Do you also do that, or just this?
No, like initially I was thinking to get fixed to a proper vegetarian menu.
Hmm.
Like I mean, like later on, based on the customer suggestions and advices, I would like to increase my verticals. So as of now, I just wanna like keep it so simple and basic. And I think it's like much more of the price sensitiveness. So and like moreover, they are charging somewhat like 50 rupees for a single plate of white rice over there, and the
Hmm.
quality is not up to the mark. And I think I
Yeah.
can provide it for like some 30-35 rupees like initial stage. And yeah, I mean, it's
So
all about
you,
the, I mean, I'm planning of this thing. Yeah,
so
go
you're
on.
also getting into the food business. You'll basically prepare those meals in that menu.
Yeah, exactly. I
Okay,
mean, I was
so
thinking of like handling the low ticket value in a bulk volume so that I can like get into the market.
okay, but if you're catering to a price sensitive market, you should also remember that the margins are going to be very low. So you'd have to rely on volume.
Yeah, obviously.
So you'd have
Yeah,
to go
obviously.
through a certain period of like putting in a lot and not getting anything. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you have the capital to hire more people or something. But yeah, it's going to be a bit challenging. Let's see how that goes. Like, please share updates about your venture on the Telegram channel.
Panikant, I can actually connect with you post
Sure,
this
definitely.
meeting. My family is in food business from past 40 years, and I can share a lot of insights.
Okay.
Did you also thought about the logistics, like how will you basically deliver this food and all? Like, have you thought about it as of now?
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm planning to set up my cloud kitchen kind of thing within some 3 km radius of the tech parks. And I mean, like initially, I have my relatives who can like cook better. They are doing that thing in my hometown, and I wanna hire a single like bedroom hall kitchen over here in Bangalore, and I just wanna shift them here, and we will like work on it. And I will be the guy who was delivering. So I do have like small auto rickshaw that I'm planning to like bring it to Bangalore, like or else I will hire some that vehicle to just uh, do the logistics thing. So like initially I'm not planning to hire anyone. It's me that I like do the field job, and my relative, she will cook the food, and most probably we will hire a guy to help him in working in the kitchen. That's it.
Why don't you instead just like put them on any of Swiggy,
Guys, just
Zomato?
small interruption. We have like only 5 minutes left. We have like a few closing announcements and things like that. But I would like to get some new voices on there. Like, you guys can continue the conversation offline. You can also use the Telegram group to just like exchange questions and back and forth. Rajesh, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Rajesh, please unmute yourself.
Myself, Rajesh. I'm from Mysore. I'm audible to you.
Yes, Rajesh, please go ahead.
Sir, I am a student, but we have a business. Means we are in a business. Means wholesale helmets and dealers in Mysore. I'm audible.
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
From past 10 years, we have a wholesale and retail shop in Mysore. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have an idea that I have seen so many issues in helmets like in service based.
Mhm.
Means there are, means we have all types of means helmets, and we have some small industry in Delhi.
Okay.
Means what I saw some means common issue with the customers are the service related issues.
Okay.
Okay, we can fix the service means of any kind of helmets, and we can do the general service to the helmets. I
Okay.
think no
So
one has done this type of service for helmets.
helmets, right?
Helmets.
I mean, the average cost of a helmet. What is the average cost of a helmet, Rajesh?
Sir, we have now starting. We have from 2,500 to 250 rupees to 2,500 rupees.
Okay. I mean, can you?
We have all kinds of helmets. Means
Okay.
all companies, and we have also our own company.
Okay. So you manufacture and service helmets
Yes, sir. We have
of any
manufacturing
brand.
our own. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a very interesting product idea. All right, we are at the last 2 minutes. Thank you, Rajesh, for sharing that. I just want to, offer some closing announcements, and if you guys want to stick around and then talk about more things, and maybe some of the things that somebody said was interesting, you can just stick around and then like have a further conversation. But for the sake of like sticking to our schedule, I'm going to use the next couple of minutes to share some announcements, and then like after that, we can close this call officially, and then you can just linger around in this call and just interact with other people. So first thing is that, like I mentioned, we have this new feature where we have. If you go to our website, you can see options to get interviewed, and then the startup registry where you can register your startup. Please don't forget to do this because this is something that can really help get your product out there. And also, if you're an individual seeking to get employed or something like that, you can use the link there. And also, I would love to get some of the people that I mentioned that I want to have a longer conversation with you. If you guys can register for to get interviewed, I would love to have that because like we are looking for more people to feature on our YouTube channel. So I would love to talk to you. So that is another announcement. And the third thing I wanted to mention is that, like I said at the beginning of the call, Sridhar is somebody that we interviewed last week. He is a mental wellness coach. I think there's a competition between Sridhar and what was his name? I forget how to pronounce his name again. Gio. Yeah. So there's a competition going on between here. So I would love to actually, Gio, I would love to interact with you and get to know your product as well. Maybe we can see like how you differ and how your journey has been. I think there are very interesting stories from many different people here, and I would love to have longer conversation with you guys. But for now, Sridhar, can you please share a little pitch for that upcoming workshop, and then ask some questions if you have any.
Sure. All right. So, basically what I was thinking is when we are working either at a big company or at a startup, we are trying to deal with a lot of things. Whenever we are trying to, be good at work, then personal life seems to suffer. When personal life is going good, then work seems to suffer. And even in work, there are like so many things, right? Like how do you deal with, challenging clients, challenging boss, or if you are an entrepreneur, then and you're the only person, or you're working from home, then how do you keep yourself motivated each day to keep coming back? So there are like a lot of these challenges which we all go through. So I just wanted to hear from you all as to like what is it that you are like an issue, if you had to like name something, like is it like an issue or a challenge which you are going through, and which you would like to hear some, get some tips on like how to face such kind of a situations. It could be say public speaking, or like confidence or imposter syndrome or whatnot. So just the floor is open. You could either talk or you could put it in the chat. I just wanted to get some ideas on like what are the topics that would be of interest to you, and also like what kind of tips or like actual activities or something of that sort that you might find helpful. Yeah, if anybody has
Yeah. By the way, guys,
anything.
like you can also like message on Telegram group regarding what it is that you want Sridhar to focus on during the workshops. So Yeah, I think we can officially close this call now. Like, I mean, you can stick around, obviously, but just to remind you, all the things that you're seeing on the chat, these things will close down once we exit this call. So maybe it'll be a good idea for you to share this on the Telegram group. So in case you don't have the Telegram group's link, I've posted it in the chat. Just join the group and then post your respective links and introduce your product so that others can get to know about what you're doing. And yeah, I think for now this is it. If anybody wants to stick around, you can.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sorry, because before ending, I just want to say that I already filled the talent registry for myself, and
Okay.
I want to connect to Deepasi in the Telegram group, but I'm not able to find her. Like either is there or not, I'm not able to see. Likewise, so can you help me out if you can?
Who?
Anyway,
Deepasri.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think we'll have to have her, like message on the Telegram group. I think she might do it. But yeah. All right, guys. I think we can close here. Please feel free to stick around.
Sure.
Thanks a lot for joining. And if you guys have any feedback for this session, like if you have any like closing thoughts about like what the session was like, if you have any feedback, something to change, maybe you can just use a couple of minutes to mention that. Anybody with any
Yeah,
thoughts?
sure. Definitely. I mean, overall the session, if I think that it was good enough, but in terms of when you saying that you have just created your website to just everybody can find at one roof
Yeah.
any sort of purpose. So I think you can just if you can just it's my suggestion. After all, it's up to you that you can do or not.
No, it's already
So the
there.
website should be like develop more like user X. You can add more value to a website so that the users also start coming because I feel likewise.
Yeah, just so you guys know, like this is something that we're doing for fun. It's not like a monetized platform. We're doing this
No,
because
I understood
yeah.
that.
So we have a limited
But I
time,
see that
but
website that you have made,
mhm.
it is some there is some missing out. I think so. It's not completed. You have made,
Yeah,
but I think
it's
there is needed to be work more on. I think so. If you can do, then
okay.
it will benefit to you only ultimately.
Sure. Thank you for the suggestions, Manan.
Okay.
Anybody else with the feedback? Any feedback? Yeah. Thanks, Panikan. All right. Looks like nobody else has anything else to say, so we'll close it here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. We'll be conducting periodic sessions like these, so please do join and stay active in the Telegram group. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks,
Yeah, thanks,
Raghav.
Raghav. Bye.
Yeah, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you.